of Javascript. Objects. What are objects in JavaScript? In JavaScript, an object is a collection of properties where each property is a key value pair. Objects can store a variety of data types, including other objects, arrays, and functions. How to create, access, and manipulate objects. Creating an object. Objects are created using curly braces. The properties are written as key value pair. Here you can see the example. Accessing properties. You can access the properties of an object using either dot notation or bracket notation. Here you can see the example. Manipulating objects. You can modify or add new properties to objects. Deleting properties. You can delete a property from an object using the delete keyword. Nested objects and methods. Nested objects. Nested objects can contain other objects as properties. Methods in objects. Objects can also contain methods, functions as properties. Here you can see the example of methods in objects. Functions. A function in JavaScript is a block of reusable code that performs a specific task. Functions help in breaking down complex tasks into smaller, manageable pieces of code, making programs easier to read, maintain, and reuse. Here you can see the declaration. Function declarations. A function can be declared with the function keyword followed by a name and parameters. Here you can see the function declaration. Function expressions. Functions can also be assigned to variables. These are anonymous functions. Here you can see the example of function expressions. Arrow functions. Arrow functions provide a shorter syntax, especially useful for single line functions. The this keyword in functions. The this keyword refers to the context in which the function is called. It can behave differently in different function contexts. In regular functions, this refers to the object that call the function. Here is the example. In arrow functions, this does not refer to the object but inherits the value of this from the surrounding scope. Here you can see the example. Difference between var, let, and const. Var. Function scoped. A variable declared with var is scoped to the function where it is declared, or globally if declared outside a function. Hoisting. Variables declared with var are hoisted to the top of their scope but remain uninitialized until the declaration is executed. Here you can see the example of var. Let. Block scoped. Let is scoped to the block enclosed by curly braces, not just the function. Hoisting. Like var, let is hoisted but it is not initialized until the declaration is encountered, resulting in a temporal dead zone. Here you can see the example of let. Const. Block scoped. Like let, const is scoped to the block. Immutability. Const makes the variable read only. Once assigned, it cannot be reassigned. Hoisting. Const behaves similarly to let in terms of hoisting. Here you can see the example of const. JavaScript modules. In modern JavaScript development, modules allow us to split code into smaller, reusable pieces. This makes the code more maintainable, scalable, and easier to manage. ES6 modules. ES6 introduces native support for modules in JavaScript, allowing you to split your code into different files and import or export them. How to use ES6 modules. Exporting from a module. You can export variables, functions, or classes from one file so they can be used in another. Importing in another file. You can import the exported data into another file. Default export. You can export a single value from a file as the default export. You can see the examples of exporting from a module, importing in another file, and default export here.